StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another weekly edition of MidRank Madness. This is a game between MacDaddyMike and MaNDaRinZ on Apotheosis, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is MaNDaRinZ. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is MacDaddyMike. Alright, so MidRank Madness is my weekly examination of Gold, Platinum, and Diamond level replays. Sometimes Masters sneaks on in here too, but not this time. No Masters players here. And I just like to see what's going on in the middle of the ladder. This is where most people live. Most people are here. They are not in Bronze. They are not in Grandmaster. They are here in this area. This wonderful mid-rank area. And nobody highlights these guys. Nobody highlights you. You are probably definitely in this area. So I figured I'd start this feature once every Tuesday. I would cast a game from MidRank Madness. If you would like to get your game considered for this feature, go ahead and send it to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of MidRank Madness. And I'll send it to my screeners. They will figure out which ones are worthy, and I will cast them. Alright, so here we go. This probe trying to scout inside the main, but there's already a wall. There's already a wall here for MaNDaRinZ. Barrack's going to finish here. Double supply depot. He doesn't need the supply depot yet. He's way, way oversupplied. But you know what? Might as well have it. Might as well have the wall here. Not let the SCV in for some scouting. And a Marine coming out for MaNDaRinZ as well. Probe versus SCV. Who's going to win that battle? I think Probe wins it. If it's just a straight up like street fight. No, SCV wins it. I knew that. I knew SCVs were better at fighting. And the reason for that is they don't regen health. That's it. So SCVs are better at fighting because they will not sit there and regenerate anything, unlike drones and probes. So good job SCV getting that win. MacDaddyMike won a hard lesson there today. Losing the probe, it's too sad for him. MaNDaRinZ going for a very quick expansion. You know what? It's not very quick. He went 1 racks expand. Never mind. But it is in a weird place. He's building it inside his main at the top here. Maybe going to lift it off over to the gold. It's not very far of a fly. We'll see what he does. And a bunker thrown up here like it's protecting a natural base that doesn't exist. So I don't know exactly what MaNDaRinZ is working on. Meanwhile, MacDaddyMike is 1 base in this thing, throwing out double stalker off of 1 Nexus and getting a warp gate. So he's going to plan on sending some stalkers down to try to do some work here. Although, again, difficult for stalkers to deal with bunkers. Bunkers are kind of the kryptonite for stalkers, even with the blink stalker attacks. Seeing bunkers is bad news for them. Mothership core on the way for MacDaddyMike. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. The Terran is throwing his command center over to that gold base for his first. I wonder if he's going to take a 3rd command center here at his natural. I mean, it's just, the problem is he could be trying to fake out the Protoss into thinking that there's a base here at the natural, but usually the attack path from the north gets you past the gold somewhat. So he will see this gold base here that is morphing itself into a planetary fortress. Oh, he has an engineering bay. He does. And he's getting high-sec auto-tracking early as well. Very weird. Alright, so we're going to try to keep that base. Once again, Marines, I think the Stalkers can just walk past this bunker, especially on this far left side. There's really a lot of distance between the bunker and that range. Picking off an SCV, trying to build that supply depot. 338 out of 400 hit points. New SCV has to come down here. Has to come down here and finish it. Oh boy. But yeah, like I said, Protoss has some room. Got some room to sneak around that on the left and at least see what's going on. At least see if there's a base there or not. Although, I mean, why would you expect there not to be one, I guess? That's the standard opening, is to have a command center there. But nope. What are these SCVs doing? Oh, they're trying to transfer the gold base. Sneaking, sneaking, sneaking. Oh, the Stalkers can't see them. If the Stalkers were a little bit closer, they could have seen that transfer. But now they're safe, because that's a planetary fortress with high-sec auto-tracking on it. The Stalkers, are they checking now? They are. Oh! Oh no! Poof, planetary fortress. Couple workers are going to die here, but he's going to loot these Stalkers too. 1 Stalker dies, 2 Stalkers die. Couple SCVs lost their lives, 2 to be exact, but that's definitely in favor of the Terran player there. Yeah, I mean, that was totally worth it. 2 Stalkers for 2 SCVs? Absolutely. That's a trade you'll make every day of the week if you're the Terran. Production Tad, come back. He's also getting Terran building armor. So he really, really wants this planetary fortress, these bunkers, and these supply depots to survive. I don't know. What's he going for next is my question. He's got a starport on the way. He's got a factory building a tech lab. Maybe it's a Banshee opening. Going to swap that tech lab on over to the factory when it's, or the starport when it's done. He does have 2 gas inside his main, and he's throwing up missile turrets everywhere. So MaNDaRinZ is turtling pretty hard. Pretty hard right now. Honestly, if I was MacDaddyMike, I might consider, whoa. Tempest rushing. MacDaddyMike Tempest rushed, you guys. I didn't even see that fleet beacon in the production tab. So, alright. So the Tempest is coming on out. I think the Tempest is going to try to kill this command center. The problem, obviously, is that it doesn't have very good DPS. So the SCV should be able to repair that damage, no problem. The big problem is maybe just harassment in general from the Tempest on these SCVs. Sure, they can repair each other, but that takes away from mining time, that takes away minerals. And eventually, MaNDaRinZ is going to have an answer for that Tempest of some kind. So he has a starport, which is great. He was in the process. No, he did. He did swap the starport over to the tech lab. Not doing anything with it yet. I think he was planning on going Banshee, but when this Tempest shows up, he's going to definitely want some Vikings instead. We'll see what he decides to do. He's making another planetary fortress. His natural base is going to be a planetary as well, and he's got friggin' missile turrets everywhere. Oh, is this on the test map? This is on the test map. There's the disruption sphere. Deals 32 damage for 32 seconds, causing up to 450 damage to enemy ground units and structures in the target area. Look at this little thing. It doesn't have a countdown timer. Don't walk in there. Don't walk in there. Does it give the Tempest the kills? It does give the Tempest the kills. How interesting. And it's actually hitting the refinery as well, I think. Oh, it's done. It's done. Wow, that was neat. Okay, so this is on the test map. I need to put that in the description for sure. Corvid Reactor coming up from MaNDaRinZ. Is he getting Ravens? What in the name of all that is holy? It is. Increase the starting energy of Ravens by 25. Explosive shrapnel shells on the way as well. Tossing down 2 disruption spheres. Yeah, this base can't be mined from anymore. It's taking hits. The refinery is taking hits from these spheres as well. Again, it works against both buildings and workers. Trying to repair this missile turret, and they're gonna save it, but it's gonna take a lot of minerals out of MaNDaRinZ to save this thing. This is awesome. This is a really, really good ability. Fantastic ability, actually. That one SCV found a little sweet spot where it can mine without dying, which is nice. Missile turrets are not gonna help you, dude. They're not going to help you. Stalker's coming down from MacDaddyMike. He's got an Adept in the army as well. Sentry, few Zealots. And MaNDaRinZ in a bit of trouble. He's getting a lot of starports, though. Lot of starports. Making 2 more in addition to the 2 that he already has. Getting SCVs. Here come the Stalkers. Taking down a missile turret. Again, not really a huge threat to these Tempests, just because... Although... I don't know. I mean, I guess the Tempest to get close enough to throw this disruption sphere down, it has to come in range of the missile turrets. So maybe better than I thought. Meanwhile, Guardian Shield is up. Planetary Fortress trying to deal with these ground units the best it can while it is taking damage from the disruption sphere. Can the Planetary Fortress win this thing? It's got 8 kills. I don't know if it can. More SCVs are needed to save it. 9 kills. Building armor is here, but it's not enough to save this thing, and boosh. So Planetary Fortress does get taken down by MacDaddyMike. Well done. Well done here. Excellent use of the new Disruption Sphere ability. How long is that cooldown? It looks pretty long. Let's see, what are you at? Cooldown 43 seconds. Yeah. I mean, it hits hard, right? 400 damage is a lot of damage. Enough to take down a bunker, that's for sure. Not enough to solo take down a Planetary Fortress, obviously, but nothing really should be. Third Nexus is up for MacDaddyMike up along the top side. He hasn't actually taken the gold, which most players do on this map. Apotheosis is take the gold. Meanwhile, MaNDaRinZ needs a response. He needs a response. He's getting Mass Raven here as a response. He's got 2 up anyway, making 2 more command centers. These guys are insane. Disruption spheres dropping. Missile turret's trying to kill the Tempest. Not quite able to pull it off. Did he kill one? He killed the Tempest. What? What is going on? Yeah, look at that. 1 Tempest. A little bit too close. A little bit too close. Those missile turrets does get taken down. And Disruption Sphere hurting that refinery, hurting this refinery, hurting the supply depot and this supply depot and this missile turret. This area of effect is actually really good on this spell. I like it. I think if you've been looking for a way to make Tempests more effective, this is probably your answer. In all actuality, 2 supply depots fall. The refinery's burning down as well. Save it, MaNDaRinZ. Save the refinery. This one's burning. You can do it. You can save this one. Don't wait for it to burn down and rebuild it. 2 and... All right, no, he was not listening to me at all. Just going to rebuild. No. That you can still mine from it if it's burning and you repair. Okay. All right, more Tempest here for MacDaddyMike. Did the Tempest get a redesign too? The back end looks different. /r/no context. 4th base on the way for MacDaddyMike. Finally taking the gold here at the 10-minute mark. I mean, it's not a game-losing decision to not take the gold earlier, but he has the Terran player pinned, and the Terran player is playing extremely tanky. These Ravens are meant for defense. They're not made for offense. MaNDaRinZ getting a planetary fortress at a 4th base just north of his main and retaking that gold with another planetary fortress. Dude, Vikings. You have a ton of starports. These Tempests are killing you. Make Vikings. 13 kills on that one Tempest. Although if you fly into missile turrets, taking that Tempest down to 66 hit points. Those missile turrets did. More disruption sphere being used, taking out missile turrets, taking out both of these refineries. Here come the Ravens. The Ravens are chasing down the Tempest. They want to throw some auto turrets down, but the Tempest are in some dead air, where there is nowhere to actually throw down auto turrets. So throws down a PDD. That's fun. And then uses Hunter's Seeker. Hunter's Seeker on the Tempest. Almost killing one, taking it down to like half of its health. PDD about to wear out, and Tempest running home. They don't want to deal with these at all. More Tempest. No, sorry. More Ravens on the way. Not more Tempest. Still no more Tempest. Just the 3. There's 4. So maybe going to meet up with another one somewhere. Where are you, other Tempest? There it is. Sitting inside the natural base. Ravens throwing down auto turrets and getting some shots off. Oh, they kill 1. They kill 2. Almost killing the 3rd, down to 44 hit points on that thing. The Ravens consider it a job well done. And they decide to come on back home and regenerate some of that energy that they need to do all the cool stuff that they can do. Alright, so income tab is 55 to 52. Total harvesters, MacDaddyMike has that lead. It is 4 base to 4 base with pretty even worker count as well. Planetary Fortress is up on all 3 of the bases that are not inside the main. MaNDaRinZ actually has not made his main base an orbital command. He has no orbital commands. What if he needs a scan later? What if Dark Templar show up? I guess he does have Mass Raven. So he's probably not going to die to Dark Templar. Alright, that's fair. And he does have a ton of missile turrets too. So missile turret planetary fortress is a good combination if DTs show up. I would be really surprised if MacDaddyMike went for that composition. An ion pulse crystals, increasing the range of Phoenix on the way for the Protoss. Robotics facility up for the Protoss as well. Factory on the way for MaNDaRinZ. I don't know what he's going to do. He's getting double armories for the upgrades. I am still incredibly shocked that he doesn't have any Vikings. What are you doing? MacDaddyMike, are you really making a Dark Shrine? What are Dark Templar going to do? No, for real. What are they going to do? Every one of these bases is a planetary fortress with extra range and missile turrets ringing it. Yeah, I guess maybe dropping in the main would work, but still, this is where the Ravens are, and there are missile turrets ringing the main too. I mean, good luck dropping in that area. 5th base, now coming up from MaNDaRinZ. This game is nuts. This game is absolutely dumb. Zealots heading on down to the south here. Trying, again, Zealots against planetary fortresses. Not usually a fair fight. Just look at that. 5 armor on the PF because of that building armor. Here they come. Zealots versus planetary fortress. And is there a repair coming up? Another, kind of trying to go for SCVs, but not really. Here come the auto turrets. And goodbye go the Zealots. Wow. Just evaporating those Zealots. That's 31 damage. Does it just do 31 damage and then explode? Or is that 31 damage, attack speed, something, something? I gotta see. Auto turrets are hard to click on. They don't last very long. They do not last very long at all, but we'll see next time. Next time we'll check it out. Alright, here comes a big army from MacDaddyMike. He's got Zealots, he's got Stalkers, he's got Tempests, he's got more Zealots, he's got more Stalkers. Interestingly enough, not doing any Immortals whatsoever. I guess he has a couple sentries in here, but I don't know that gateway armies are not very good against Terran into the late game. They're just not. The later it goes, the worse they are. Although this is not a standard PvT, I can give you that much. Definitely not a standard DVP. So, I mean, I think the army's just big enough for MacDaddyMike. It doesn't really matter. He's moving right into this 5th base that MaNDaRinZ is trying to take. There's a planetary fortress, but I was going to say, it's not enough to hold off this entire army. That's a huge army. MacDaddyMike is maxed out right now. MaNDaRinZ, this is 100 supply. More disruption spheres being tossed on down. And here he goes. MacDaddyMike is not afraid. Ravens trying to toss down auto turrets and do some damage. Do some damage here. Where's one? There's one. Attack speed 0.57. Okay, that's what it is. Planetary Fortress falls to everything that is here. Missile turrets trying to kill those Tempests. Not going to happen. Get the Mothership Core maybe as well. Nope. 5th base completely blown apart by the Protoss army here. And yeah, I mean, it's double the army supply right now. MacDaddyMike looking to be in a pretty good spot here. Pretty good. Hellbats coming up for MaNDaRinZ. He recognizes he probably needs Hellbats against the Zealots. I don't know if he has enough, though. Ravens throwing down more auto turrets, killing a couple Zealots, and just moving out of the way. That's all MacDaddyMike really has to do, is wait for the auto turrets to self-destruct themselves, because they're not a threat in any other format. There's something happening over here at the 4th base. DTs. Remember what I said about DTs not being very good? This is why. This is why. PF, missile turret, combination equals DT death. DT annihilation. Flying in again are the Tempests. Ooh, disruption sphere. That fire animation's pretty cool. It's like red and traily like a comet. Just disruption sphering the front door of MaNDaRinZ here. Taking out the bunker, taking out the supply depots. What this does is makes it actually hard to repair for Terran as well. Right? Just because if you get in there with an SCV, it's going to take damage too. And then where will you be? I mean, you can't... It's like there's nothing you can do about this. Maybe it's a little overpowered. Maybe it's a little overpowered. The bunker dies. Everything at the front here just dies, including the Marines inside the bunker. And these Tempests, man. 12 kills on that Tempest. 18 kills on that Tempest. Another... What are you doing? MacDaddy's coming in to try to take out this Planetary Fortress with the DTs again. Once again, you are visible, but maybe the DPS for DT is enough. Repair trying to save it, and Planetary Fortress. No, it ends up falling. No, it ends up falling. 4th base in a lot of trouble now. No PF means everybody runs. Run. Double PF now at the 3rd, though. DT's going in anyway. They feel like they can do this thing. I don't think they can. Oh, those DTs are out of the range. Out of the range of the missile turret. Oh, no, 2nd Planetary Fortress is going to explode. Gets it. More disruption spheres being used right here. Auto turrets being tossed down like mad. Firebats trying to come in and deal with this with the support of the auto turret. Hellbat count actually pretty high here. And running away is MacDaddyMike. But he's taking additional bases everywhere. MacDaddy's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making his 6th and his 7th base. DT's still going to town here at the 4th. Actually, single DT. Here at the 4th. Just the AI is dumb, though. It's going to walk right into this Planetary Fortress and die. Yep. Zealot attack again at this 3rd base. More auto turrets being tossed on down. Is it enough to burn out these Zealots? Taking out a bunch of them. Some of them are out of range, though. Planetary Fortress has to deal with the rest of them on their own. The repair is going to be enough. And the Planetary Fortress taking out yet another Zealot. So, resources lost here. Nope, that's what I want. Control. Did I lose my ability to... Oh, there it is. Resources lost. 13,000 for Protoss and about 12,000. Huh. About 12 for Terran, but 62 SCVs have been killed and 1 probe has lost its life so far. 61 to 41 Harvesters. Protoss is definitely up on that count. And here comes a Hellbat attack going north, trying to burn some stuff down. This is a good game. This is a good MidRank madness. I like it. Both players are showing certain amounts of skill. It's also super weird. We got to see a new ability used on these Tempest. That's fantastic. Terran player doing super unorthodox stuff, going Planetary Fortresses with building armor, high-sec auto-tracking, and Ravens, and trying to win, and actually not in a horrific spot anymore. Blue Flame Hellbats here with +1/+1, getting rid of the pylons here at the 3rd base of MacDaddyMike along this top side. Getting on top, and the recall! Oh shoot, the recall is here! Can the Hellbats deal with this army? They are pretty close up. Some DTs playing defense as well. That's going to be a big deal. It's going to be very useful against these Hellbats. I think the Hellbats would have performed a lot better except for the DTs that were just hacking at them, hitting really stupid hard. 45 damage, actually shield upgrades for MacDaddyMike and nothing else to this point, getting +3 shield. And no attack, no shield. Or no attack, no armor upgrade, rather. MaNDaRinZ says, alright, You managed to take down my 4th base. I have 3 planetary fortresses now. And like 8 missile turrets. Try it now, Dark Templar. Checkmate. I got you covered now. 3rd base about to get mined out here for MaNDaRinZ. These gold minerals are running out. Triple robotics facility for MacDaddyMike. Both these players have been spending their money pretty well. MacDaddy's at 400 minerals. MaNDaRinZ is about 1,000. But again, he's spending it at a pretty impressive rate. Another disruption sphere. Another disruption sphere. There's nothing you can do to cancel this. You can't move your units away because they're buildings. And again, you can't really repair. I mean, I guess Lings or SCVs could get on the outside of these refineries and repair them. MaNDaRinZ shows no intent to do so, though. I'm going to keep that in mind. MaNDaRinZ having a hard time spending his money. Dude, you have available supply. You have 100 available supply. You have 2,000, about 1,500 in the bank. Make some stuff. Okay, 4 Ravens at a time is good. 5 Hellbats, also pretty fantastic. Hellbats, again, chasing these Stalkers away. Doing pretty well against the Stalkers, holding their own, anyway. Some Phoenix show up and lift up the Hellbats. The rest of them going to die just because a superior army shows up. Now there's some Immortals mixed in for a MacDaddyMike. Going to do a little bit better against these planetary fortresses with these Immortals for sure. Another disruption sphere being used on a sensor tower and a missile turret at the 3rd base for MaNDaRinZ. This base has been disruption sphered several times already. It is not a good place to be. Not a good place to live. More Ravens being tossed on down. Trying to get a surround on this army with auto turrets. Did I say Ravens getting tossed on down? I meant auto turrets. That's what I did. Good reaction time by MacDaddy getting out of there. Not losing too much stuff. 179 to 116 total supply. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you have a massive supply lead on your opponent, attack. Attack. If you're maxed out, attack. Go kill a base. Even if you lose some units, you're fine. You're maxed out. You can get back there. Just keep your opponent on the back foot. Don't let them sit there and do whatever they want. Just bad. Don't let them do that because then suddenly a huge army will show up and you will die. It is 193 to 116 total supply, though. Trying to fly these command centers over to replace the 5th base, not going to happen. Command centers forced to retreat. Stalkers trying to burn them down out of the sky. PDD shows up trying to save it. Does actually save the planetary fortress, but is not getting repaired. Does MaNDaRinZ know? He does know about repair. He is repairing it. Just a little pokey. That's all. Just a tiny bit pokey. MacDaddyMike, get in there and kill this guy. Here it is. Going for it. Immortal, Stalker, Phoenix. PDD's being thrown down. And MacDaddyMike backing on out. Maybe waiting for more Zealots, I guess? I don't know. 2 more Immortals show up. This should be enough. Auto turrets tossed on down. And no, MacDaddyMike does not care about auto turrets. Going to burn them down. There's a Void Ray in this army as well. Using disruption spheres on the planetary fortresses. I keep saying disruption spheres, don't I? Disruption spheres. Planetary fortress 1 dies. He's still got 2 more to go. Second one going to die here too. Prismatic alignment being used on that Void Ray. Good use of DPS against this armored building. Auto turrets again continuing to try to make this thing happen. It's 170 to 97 total supply. All these SCVs are just getting absolutely massacred right now. 71 SCVs have been killed so far. More auto turrets being thrown down. MacDaddy is not showing fear against them though. Disruption fears finally expiring. Are the Tempest all gone? I think the Tempest might be all. Nope, there's one here. Nope, tried to fight a missile turret and actually died. Did that come down from the north? It might have. Flying the command centers away at the natural base. And MacDaddyMike, I think, maybe can get up this ramp. More auto turrets being tossed on down. Stalkers are falling. 2 of them. We'll make that 3, 4. Auto turrets are gone, though. That's probably a fair trade for MacDaddyMike. Yes. Yes, auto turrets are free, but still. And that's it. MaNDaRinZ leaves the game, is defeated. MacDaddyMike is victorious. Protoss getting the win in this edition of Mid-Rank Madness. We're going to let him go ahead and finish killing this base, but let's just wrap this up. Wow! That was an exciting game. Disruption spheres are cool, man. I think they're going to get nerfed. I think they're going to get nerfed before they end up in the public. But that was really fun. It was good for whoever sent this in. I guess it was MacDaddyMike probably that sent this in for doing a disruption sphere strategy. We could see what that was all about. And also MaNDaRinZ was nuts, man. MaNDaRinZ going Hellbat Raven Planetary Fortress. That was it. That's pretty much all that he made. And it kind of worked. Kind of worked for a while, but In the end, MacDaddyMike has a little bit too many gateway units. Finally got some immortals in here. 8 kills, 3 kills, 6 kills, 6 kills on those immortals. Yeah, they're going to be good in this situation. And expanding like a boss, too. I mean, MacDaddyMike expanded like crazy and realized how turtly MaNDaRinZ was and eventually takes the victory. So, good one. Good edition of MidRank Madness. And that's it from me. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another weekly edition of MidRank Madness. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, Kayan, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Carlo, Alexander Canaris, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Cale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Manhattan, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.